2022 Mazda CX-9 SUV. Emphasizing style and performance over outright utility, the 2022 Mazda CX-9 is alluring and upscale for a three-row midsize crossover SUV. It gives up some cargo and third-row passenger space compared to rivals such as the Honda Pilot and Kia Telluride, but in return you get quicker acceleration, more nimble handling and a classier interior. For 2022 the Mazda CX-9 adds all-wheel drive as standard equipment across the range, and front-wheel drive models have been dropped. There is also a new Touring Plus trim, which, as you might imagine, slots right above the Touring model. It adds a number of thoughtful features that make an enticing middle ground between the standard sport trim and the top-spec signature models. Overall we recommend the CX-9 as long as you don't need the utmost in three-row SUV utility. The Mazda CX-9 is one of the more distinctive three-row midsize SUVs, prioritizing style and driving experience. It also comes closest to closing the gap with the luxury brands with its impressive cabin materials and design. It falls short when it comes to cargo, utility and third-row accommodations, which seem like important things on a midsize SUV shopper's list. And it's a big reason why it isn't higher up the ranks. The Mazda CX-9 feels like a smaller midsize SUV in many ways, including the way it drives. It's a bit more athletic than competitors on a winding road, with confident brake response, and it's easy to maneuver in tighter confines. The AWD system is tuned mainly for inclement road conditions, but it can handle your weekend, soft-roading excursions. There's a sufficient amount of power on tap that's available right off the line, delivering great response when you need to get going. Accelerating to 60 miles per hour takes 7.6 seconds, which is good for a three-row midsize SUV, and the transmission shifts smoothly, making for a seamless daily driver experience. Whether you're commuting or taking a long road trip, the CX-9 delivers a good degree of comfort. Much of the credit goes to the smooth ride, which strikes a balance between sporty and compliant. Taller tire sidewalls contribute to this balance, helping provide cushion against road imperfections. Inside, the CX-9 has well-sculpted front seats that offer ample support, but it's worth noting the third row is quite small and not as comfortable as many competitors' back rows. The cabin, however, is luxury-level quiet, which is impressive. Our test car's climate control is easy to use, but it might not blow cold enough if you have polar bear blood running through your veins. The heated and ventilated front seats work decently, and rear passengers have access to climate controls for their area. The 2020 Mazda CX-9's interior is thoughtfully designed, simple and elegant, and a benchmark for non-luxury SUVs. The primary controls are easy to reach and use. The main control dial is instantly intuitive and provides quick navigation within the menus of the sharp-looking 9-inch infotainment display. Getting in and out of the CX-9 is easy, and access to the third row is much improved thanks to new second-row captain's chairs available in the signature trim. The first and second rows have a good amount of room, but the third row is best reserved for kids. Visibility isn't quite as open as in other SUVs because of the CX-9's thickish pillars and a rear window that's on the smaller side. The Bose stereo system, found in the Grand Touring trims and up, delivers clear and powerful sound. Smartphones are easy to pair and quick to be recognized on startup. There are also plenty of USB ports to keep everyone's devices charged, 6 total in our top trim. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration is available on Touring models and up. All CX-9s come loaded with advanced safety and driver aids such as adaptive cruise, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, forward collision warning and lane keeping assist. They're well tuned to deal with heavy traffic, and false alarms are rare. Adaptive cruise and lane keeping work well to relieve the burden of heavy traffic. The CX-9 falls behind the competition in cargo and utility. The 14.4 cubic feet behind the third row could be adequate for many shoppers, but for comparison, there's 21 cubic feet in the class-leading Kia Telluride. Max cargo is equally short, with 71.2 cubic feet in the CX-9 and 87 cubes in the Telluride. Thoughtful interior design makes the CX-9 easy to live with, and growing families should find adequate space for all their things. Door pockets and cup holders are nicely sized. Car seats are easy to install with the second-row captain's chairs. There's a good amount of room for any size car seat, even large rear-facing ones. If you plan to do much towing, the CX-9 doesn't lead in that area, maxing out at a lower than average 3,500 pounds. The EPA fuel economy rating for our all-wheel drive CX-9 is 23 mpg combined, 20 city, 26 highway, which is slightly better than average for this class. The 2WD version is rated at 24 mpg combined, 22 city, 28 highway. We were mostly able to hit those fuel economy targets, but they can be easy to miss if you're heavy-footed. If saving money is more of a priority than max engine power, the CX-9 has the ability to run on regular octane fuel. The CX-9 is definitely among the leaders in terms of its build quality, especially in top signature trim. The base CX-9 starts around $35,000, slightly above average, but it offers more standard features. It's priced fairly competitively at the top end, and the interior closely resembles a luxury class cabin thanks to exquisite materials, uniform gaps and clean, elegant design. The exterior paint is well done too. Warranty coverage and ownership benefits such as roadside assistance are pretty standard for the class. The Mazda CX-9 Signature is a standout in the three-row midsize SUV class, mostly for its striking design and relatively engaging driving experience. It feels decently athletic through corners but not at the expense of ride comfort. It's the most original offering in the segment.